Hey everybody, welcome to our channel. Eric here from the MMG. We are talking tips and tricks for Avowed. This is a fantastic RPG experience if you are into games like Skyrim or other Elder Scroll games. This game does a lot to impress me so far. And we're going to start out with the very first tip, and that's at character creation. There are some choices that are different than you're going to be used to. Don't worry too much about that. Kind of look at the different classes. You can always come in and change your attributes. It only costs a little bit of gold. It's not too bad. It does go up the higher level you get, but I'll tell you right now, you'll know pretty early. And I do recommend you're going to pick up a lot of starting weapons, all the different types as you work your way through the beginning area. Try them out. They play drastically different. And so you might decide that you want to make a mage, and then once you start playing, you start with a melee weapon, and you decide you really like sword and board, or you really like bow and arrow. That you want that to be your main. You can always come in and change it. None of this stuff is drastic. You're gonna get a lot of ability points. And then here's your different classes: fighter, ranger, wizard, and then that's like the main ones. And then there's a godlike ability, and then your companion's ability. So I will tell you, you can do a lot of different stuff with each character class, especially the wizard, which is what I've been diving into. There's a lot of different attacks you can specialize in. The ranger has been really cool what I've played so far. I haven't leveled anything up, but I did use the bow quite a bit. And then the fighter is kind of what I started with, and I really like sword and board. If you like timing and waiting and then attacking when the time is right, that type of combat, then you're going to like that. All right, and my favorite thing about Avowed is it rewards you for taking the unbeaten path, which I love, and there's just rewards everywhere. I have not been disappointed yet with this game, where if you see this building here, and you kind of walk around, you're like, oh, it kind of looks like there's a back part here. I'll go check it out. A lot of times in games, you'll come around, there won't be anything here. It's just, that's it. It's a dead-end path. In Avowed, there's always things. Like, here was the chest I looted. I was like, oh, cool, I found a chest. And I was like, well, it kind of looks like I can climb up here. So I climbed up here to check it out. Guess what? More loot just hanging out for me here on the roof. There was a backpack. Also, you can see that this actually can be connected to from, if you went inside the building and you're coming up the stairs, you may have looked out and seen, oh, there's stuff here on the roof. I'm going to come out and on the roof. And then that could have led you down the steps that I went up, and you would have found the rest of the treasure. So there's almost always multiple paths, and I just love that it rewards you for exploring those. All right, the next tip and trick for Avowed is your equipment. You're going to pick up a lot of equipment, a lot of like common daggers. You're going to get multiples of all these type of weapons. Do not sell them unless you just really need the money. You really want to break them down, and to do that, you would click on it, and then you just hold R button, or whatever stash is. You just hold it down. If you're on a controller, I'm not sure what key that is, but on a keyboard it's R. And then you'll actually break that down, and you'll get resources out of it, as you've seen there. You're going to use those to upgrade stuff. So make sure you're breaking things down and not really selling very often unless you just really need the coin. That will help you out with upgrading your items. All right, the next tip is your camp. Don't be afraid to use it. It isn't like other games where you use resources every time you use it. It actually is a great resource because you heal up both your health and your mana. These crystals are found all throughout the world. You just go up to one, hit F to start your camp. And this is also where you can really advance the story. So there is a lot of story in this game that happens in your camp when you sleep, when you talk to your companions. So you actually want to do this on the regular no matter what, no matter if your health is full. This is also where you can do different things. There's the enchanting stone here. There is an upgrade workbench, excuse me. You have your party stash where you can stash all your gear. And so make sure you use your camp. It is very important in this game. Next tip is a simple one, but I see this question asked a lot. When you have your weapons out, how do you put them away? It's just the T button. If you hit the T button, you will put away your weapon so you don't have your sword or whatever your weapon is hanging out when you're walking through town. It makes it easier. Alright, that wraps it up for our tips and tricks. We keep these videos short and sweet, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and have yourself a great day.